Gary, our first patient. The night the chamber became operational, we had business. Gary had been injured 12 days before and was partially paralyzed in his legs. He said he went as deep as 138 feet. The divers used the ship's fathometer, and had already made several dives the day of his injury. Bob Zdebski standing by to help Gary into the chamber. Bob accompanied him on the first segment of the chamber ride, followed by most of the team members, including myself. Someone was always inside to help monitor the patient during the treatment, which lasted several hours and late into the night. Gary entering the chamber. We were all impressed to see him simply swing his limp legs in, just using his upper body strength. He had never been in or even seen a chamber before, but was unafraid. His mother was there, and she spoke to him through the intercom during the treatment. Dr. Tom Millington keeping time and taking notes during Gary's treatment. The first run was a standard Navy Table 6. Dr. Umberto Castro operating the chamber under Dr. Millington's supervision. Gary's treatment was also used to complete the initial training of the local doctors. Dr. Castro is in charge of the clinic and is now the primary chamber operator. The tools to help with this problem are in local hands, as sub-ocean safety always ensures. Gary was showing more response in his legs during medical exams following the subsequent treatments. A diver in Nina Yari, part of the Sandy Bay community, showing off his new Sub-Ocean Safety Underwater Mosquito Marathon t-shirt. We left Puerto Cabezas and traveled north by boat 30 miles to Sandy Bay. We conducted a class there for about 40 divers. The divers in this class reported that 75% had shoulder pain, 40% had back pain, and they knew of others who had been killed or paralyzed. At low tide, birds sit on the little islands created by the sandbars that give Sandy Bay its name. These bars create a serious hazard, even to shallow draft vessels, and no one goes through at night. The Sandy Bay divers told us that when working from a big lobster boat, they use up to 16 tanks a day at 90 to 110 feet. Working on their own from a small sailboat, they use 8 tanks a day at 30 to 60 feet. The captains of the big boats are the cause of the difference. They make the men dive deeper and longer to catch more lobster. It is this type of diving that leads to the acute injuries. 2 of our guides head out in the Zodiac to scout a way through the sandbars. The Mosquito Indians are naturals on the water, whether it is sailing, fishing, or handling a Zodiac or canoe. The team had to get through the sandbars in order to reach a village called Dakara, several miles down the coast. Many divers had gathered there for a baseball tournament. This provided a perfect opportunity for holding a large class. The trek to Dakara. Several Zodiac landings through the surf zone put us and our equipment on the beach. Dakara was about a mile inland, through a land of very lush vegetation and small ponds.